Hello. I know it's kind of early and nobody's here. Um, but I've had a last few weeks have been incredibly hard for me because my pain and fatigue has been horrible. I had a spinal fusion 5 months ago and that failed. And then I was diagnosed with EDS and mast cell disease. That explains why every surgery I've ever had has failed and why my pain is so god awful bad. And I'm discouraged. And I hope that you would come join me at now. Just come in and join me. Um, if you feel that you want to have a pity party and you need to cry, I get that. I know, been there, done that, still there, still doing that. So you won't be you'll find that we are caring. I care, and I know what happens when you lose your health. Your family will often disbelieve and shun you, like mine has. They didn't believe me that my pain was this bad, but let me tell you, every fiber of me hurts. My muscles, I feel like I have the flu all the time. And one time my husband felt my forehead. He says, "You're burning up." He says, "You're sick." I said, "No, I'm not." And he took my temperature. It was 104. So I didn't feel any different when I had a temperature of 104 because that's the way I have felt for a number of years. And I like this about pain. I mean, I don't like pain, but on my Facebook, I have this about pain. You can't see it. And that's true. You cannot see pain. You cannot measure it because it's an elusive thing. Trying to, they give you that pain scale, 1 to 7 or 1 to 10. I mean, and I'm thinking 1 to 10. That's crazy because my 10 may be your 4, or my 4 may be your 10. I'll try to find that thing that I posted about pain. Oh, that's my underwear. You don't want to see my underwear. Anyway, if for those of you here in Portland area, we just had an epic, and I mean an epic hailstorm. We have never seen hail come down like this ever before. And we got 1 inch of hail within 45 seconds. I'm going to go on a security camera and time it and see how many seconds it took to build up like it did. But wow, it is just really crazy the way it came down. And when I sent the news media I said, well, you can find me by looking on Scam Granny. And so the guy that was getting my information to look at my pictures of the hail, he goes, "Oh my goodness, you wear outfits and everything." I said, "Yep." And I scanned the scammers. He thought that was so cool. He says, "I want to do a story on you, so I might be famous. And I'll send you an autograph." Is there anybody here that's been newly diagnosed with fibromyalgia and you're having a hard time? I want to send you something. And Ocean Wave, your money will be there any day now. Oh, Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Oh, I can't even walk. I like to give little gifts because I can do that. And it makes people feel good. I wanted to see the ice. Oh, wait. I'll show you video. The camera. Oh my gosh, we've never had hail that large. I thought our house was going to come. I really did. We thought our house was going to. Oh my gosh. Come down. Our skylights that was scary, Larry. I thought our skylights were going to break. Gosh. Look at this. 30 seconds. Stupid piano. 30 seconds. Larry says it was 45, so I'm lying. Oh my gosh. Look at that. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Here it comes again. Oh my gosh. We had it pile up. They were half-inch size hail. And I felt bad because one of my birds, I scared one of my birds, the little hummingbird. Well, the birds have scattered. And he took off, and I saw him get pelted with these hail. Now I'm sad. I'm going to cry about that. Yeah. Anyway, the news people are I have several of the channels. You know me, I'm a media nut. So, whoa! Woo! Is that something else? I'm going to call one of my neighbors, see what he says. He was going to go cut some wood. I got my disabled parking. I want to talk to you about getting a disabled sticker here in the United States. And this is for U.S. people only because it's too expensive. If you would like a bear and you need a hug and you're newly diagnosed with fibromyalgia, let me know and I'll send you a bear free of charge. I can pay for it.
Please leave your message for 503-833-00398.
Nathan, was that epic or what? Anyway, give me a call. So if you would like a little bear, I have, I'll get some more if I have a whole bunch of people that want them. But I just want you to know that I feel sorry for you. Aren't these cute? I will send them U.S. only. If you're in Canada or the UK, I'll send you some money and you can buy it. Let's see. I'll put my let's see, is Zelda at rconnects.com and free tiny bear offer for US peeps. To remind you that you are not alone in this horrible, painful ordeal. I hope I get some more people in here. I see I have one. So anyway, email me Zelda at rconnects.com for a free tiny bear for US peeps only, to remind you that you are not alone in this horrible, painful ordeal. And I will say just one per family, unless you and your daughter or you and a loved one are both having a hard time. even if you don't have chronic pain and you're having a hard time and you lost somebody with COVID and you need a hug, I'll send you some love. I can order some more of these. Um, I gave away 50 of them at Christmas. So there's white bear. Email me which bear you want. And there's red bear. And here's Ted E. Bear. And Honey Bear. Isn't he cute? Let's see. Oh, and Bear. Look at that. This one has pants. Is that too cute? So if you want a free bear, send me an email and give me your address, and I will send you one out free of charge. I'll pay shipping and handling and for the bear. So we can't take our money with us. So why not? So I'm having a hard time because my dental implants, we don't have dental insurance, and I spent a lot of money getting my teeth redone because I had a head-on collision with a drunk February 19 or 19, yeah, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1995, at 1 o'clock, 1:15 in the afternoon on the highway down below. I had a drunk hit me, and he had 3 girls in the back of his truck, and they went flying. He had 1 in the cab and 2 in the back of his truck, and they went flying, and they were severely injured. And he hit his knees. He broke both his knees on the dashboard. It's too bad he didn't break his neck, keep him from driving, because, I don't wish bad on anyone, but I went to DMV and they gave me 3 pages of his chronic arrest record: driving without a license, driving without insurance, driving impaired, driving drunk, driving stoned, just about 30 accidents. And then he'll get put in jail and his parents will bail him out, and he's just destroyed lives. And I wasn't too severely injured, but it caused me a lot of pain and suffering because my teeth cracked. Because I was going 45 miles an hour and he was going 45 miles an hour. So that's 80 or 90 miles an hour we hit head on. And the engine of my car, I had a brand new Ford Taurus, and I just bought groceries. I had a couple $100 worth of groceries and stuff. I had a watermelon, 2 gallons of milk in the trunk. My mom was in the front seat, and Deanna was 9 or 10 at the time, and she was in the back seat. And I always taught her, when you wear your seatbelt, and I want you to remember this, always wear it on your hips, your hip bones, never in your stomach area. Because think about this. When you're driving and you have an accident and you put I'll show my fat body. Okay. Let me get a little screen here. So when you're in your car and you got your seatbelt here and you're hit, I've seen it. I used to work at the hospital in the trauma department. I worked in the lab, and we were trauma designated. And I've seen little kids come in with their intestines sliced. So wear your seatbelt on your hips right there. So I taught my daughter and all my kids, you always wear your seatbelt on your hips, never up. I know it feels comfortable, and make sure that you have it tight. And baby seat. I see people with their baby seats where they're just clipped right here. You roll your car, that kid's going to go flying. That seat, that needs to come up here, right under their chin. Check with the fire department or the sheriff's department about safety kids' car seats. Because if they're clicked down here, you know, that strap goes around and it will throw them. So please, please do that. Make sure your baby, from the time it comes home, put that seatbelt right there, clicked, and they will get used to it. That will be their normal all the time. And if you do it down here, start doing it down there, because it's more comfortable for them, you're going to end up with a very injured child. So I just wanted to say that. So I got my teeth when I got hit. I gritted my teeth, and my airbag, oh my gosh, my airbag hit me here, and it knocked my jaw out of line, and it wrenched my neck, and the airbag hit right here, and then so I've had a constant tremor in that arm from the airbag hitting a nerve. It damaged a nerve forever. So this was in '95 when I had the accident, and I'm just now getting around to getting my teeth redone. And then I got these dental implants are way too expensive, so don't do it. There's certain kind of implants that you can get that are kind of like dental implants, and it's much cheaper. But yeah, $75,000 is a lot of money to spend on teeth. Anyway, I had a post put in here, and that post got infected. So now I have a flipper, and Otis, my dog, he loves the flipper. He's chewed it a couple of times. They're $385. But I'm waiting to get another implant, and hopefully I can get that fixed. So doesn't look like there's anybody here. There's just one person. Who's here? Angela, are you here? Angela Critters? She's got the cutest grandbaby. Oh my gosh. Little Jackson. She calls him Dumbo ears. He's so cute. People gave her a thumbs down because she posted a video of her little Jax crawling on a blanket, and he went crawling on his stomach. He was 8 months old then. He's 9 months old now. And he was focused on something, and he crawled all across the blanket, and he got his little binky. Well, then he continued crawling. He had a second binky. That was too cute. Anyway, people gave her a thumbs down, and that really made her feel bad. People are so mean, evil people. I think it's just trolls. But have you ever had a day where you just wanted to cry and you couldn't handle another minute, and you just want to say it to heck with everything? I've been having a lot of those days lately, thinking about moving to the bone orchard, not wanting to live, but that's not good. Hi, Kermit. Hey, Kermit, I got a hat. You're going to love it. It's for when my scammers call. Ribbit. You like that, Kermit? Ribbit. And I'm not going to show you my new one, my Rasta. Yaman. Anyway, it's just been a really tough week for me, knowing that my spinal fusion surgery went sideways, causing me more serious pain. sciatica pain. Sciatica nerve pain is just enough to drive you nuts. And I've been crying a lot and angry at God or the gods or whatever you want to call it. And why am I suffering? Why do I have so much pain? My family has totally deserted me. They don't love me because my parents taught them to hate me. So that's been hard for me. And I have my mother was a very uncaring, narcissistic person, and our father was a psychopath. The FBI had a dossier out on him. We think he murdered some women. He was a scammer. He scammed people all in God's name. So he hated women, but he hated me especially. And he would just go to town, beat me up. So I grew up that way, and that's the way I can't, I'm ashamed because I did the same to my daughters because of their lies, chronic lying, constantly lying, and always in trouble. So, the gift of hatred goes on and on and on. But a lot of people with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia have a history of being abused. They say about 85 to 90% of people who are sexually abused have fibromyalgia. I don't know. A lot of people don't believe that, but let's see. This message helper review. I'll show it. Wonder why it said that. Yeah, the fires didn't help because I got out of bed and I had to pack, and it was just horrible. So I came home from the hospital only to get out of bed, and I was supposed to rest. And I'm trying to find this thing about chronic pain. Anyway, I gotta find this. I wrote something on my Facebook about having chronic pain that you can't see it. You can't see chronic pain. So therefore, that if you can't see that you have pain, then you're lying. You don't have chronic pain. So I feel bad. Lady Gaga had her dog stolen, and her dog walker was shot. He's still alive. That's sad. So anyway, and then I love scamming the scammers. My story about these teenage pregnancy, it was done by a professional television production company.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Young. I was born Cheryl Williams, and I grew up in a home that I had parents who were religious, but they didn't have a relationship.
I don't know if you've seen that, but that's coming out. It'll be on Christian programming. So
I don't want people to feel sorry.
it's
job or
It was sad
make you feel
way
bad
to
or feel
grow
sorry
up
for me. That's not
being
the intention.
shamed and
On my way
blamed.
home that will be out pretty soon.
my parents were really mad at me because I got pregnant. Well, I was
And
raped.
not what Satan has done.
I didn't choose
And if I
that.
can reach
So
one person, my story, and that saves
he was
their
such a
life
creep.
and brings them to heaven,
Yeah, he was such
then
a
it's worth
jerk.
all the pain and suffering
Let's
that
see if I
I've
can
had.
turn this off.
Now, I started out
Okay.
being molested by my uncle who was 22, who was married, had 2 children.
Oh, where can I see that?
And when I kept wetting the bed, and I was beginning to.
Anyway, it's a support for teens who are pregnant. I think I told you, Kermit, about the Home for Unwed Mothers, Booth Memorial Hospital in Los Angeles. Pain can't be seen. It was a really good article. And there's people who don't feel any pain. Can you imagine to not have any pain? They could cut their leg off and not have any pain. Hi, Elizabeth. You like my scammers, Elizabeth? Oh, I have so much fun. They get so mad at me because they don't get what they want. And they want me to send them. Oh, this morning I had one call me. Oh, but he hung up on me. Darn it. It was a good one. Let me turn this fan off. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, he called and he said he was from the U.S. Customs and he wanted to know my name. Oh, U.S. Customs, and they intercepted a package and it had some contraband, and I was going to be charged and hauled off to prison because it was dangerous drugs and stuff that I and others had brought into the U.S. And I'm sure what he wanted was me to send him some money to take care of he would help me get off these charges if I sent him, like $900 or $5,000. And oh my God, there are people that fall for that. I know a woman, I told you about that woman that she got scammed with a puppy, and she spent $2,000 or $3,000. I told her, I says, it's a scam. She refused to believe me. Her daughter told her it was a scam. She refused to. She wanted it to be real. And she says, oh, Monday morning, you're going to be shocked because I'm going to get something and you're going to be, yeah, electricity turned off if you don't pay. Yeah, she got caught with electricity thing. So I told her, it is a scam. They will tell you that the puppy, because she said they were going to ship her 2 teacup, little teacup terriers or something. I forget what kind of they are. They're cute as all get out, but they're about 3,000 or 4,000 a piece. And they're living in an old motorhome. That's another story. I won't say anything negative. But, when you spend money like that and go crazy, I gotta change seats. Anyway, I said, it is a scam. It's been going on for decades. Oh no, this is a Christian woman. She has the Bible, and her daughter was. I said, yeah, her daughter was killed in an accident, and well, yeah, but she says I believe her because she's sent me pictures of the puppies, and I said, they're not. There's no puppies. Next, they're gonna say, she says, well, they're charging me. and they're going to deliver the puppies to my house from, and she says they are AKC registered. I said, these are 12-week-old puppies. AKC doesn't register them. She says, oh, it's African kennel. I said, you're as dumb as mud. I said, no. Then you'll see, they're gonna call you that the puppies, you're gonna send $1,000 or $2,000 refundable. And she sent that. And let me tell you, these people can't even afford groceries. And they're living in their RV. And she borrowed several $1,000s because she wanted that puppy. And she was going to give one to a friend. And she was convinced that this Christian lady was telling her the truth, that those puppies were coming from Cameroon, Africa, 12-week-old puppies. And I says, what excuse did she give you that why they can't keep them? Well, it's because the weather doesn't agree with these teacup puppies. I said, Cameroon, Africa? It's tropical, it's warm. Oh, no, not in the region where they are. I mean, this woman had every excuse. Anyway, I thought, and we know her husband, we really like her husband, and he's hardworking. And I said, you're going to get into this for $5,000. I know it, and you're not going to get a penny back. Well, she didn't. She didn't listen. So she sent them the money to ship them, fly them. I know you cannot fly a puppy under 12 weeks internationally. We bought a puppy. We bought a Scottie from a breeder in Phoenix that we knew, and we love Scottie dogs. And we had a breeder that our friend, anyway, we knew the breeder. And so they sold us a puppy, and it was $700 to fly little Captain Sully. He was a Wheaton Scottish Terrier. And it was $700 to fly him from Phoenix to here to Oregon, Portland area. So I says, they're not gonna give you that puppy just because. Oh yeah. I says, okay. When it gets to the States, you're going to get a call saying the puppies need a warming crate, and those are $1,200 each, and they each have to have one. So they're going to charge you $2,400, but they're going to offer a refundable. Don't fall for it. She did. She bought the crates anyway. She never got a puppy. And you know what? You know who she was mad at? Me. Because I put the kibosh. I ruined it for her. I could not believe it that she was mad at me because she didn't get the puppies. But anyway, she was out for several $1,000s. And then she told me about another scam that she got a couple of weeks ago. She got scammed again a couple of weeks ago. And then she got scammed. Call Saturday morning. Her husband had open heart surgery. Now, mind you, they're living in a trailer, can't afford anything. And her husband had open heart surgery, and she got a call, and it was from the utilities company. And it was a 464-7777 number. So she knew that it was for reals. Nope. They are spoofing numbers, familiar numbers, even grocery store or doctor's offices, or your local Verizon or AT&T cell phone. They're using those numbers. So she thought for sure this was for real because the caller was calling from Portland General Electric, and they said they're going to shut her power off if she didn't pay $900. And so she didn't listen to me. I don't know. Google ball. Anyway, she lost several $1,000s. And then this last time on the utility scam, she lost $800. No way she can ever get it back. Because she drove over to Target, got some cash cards, gave them the numbers while they held online. I wish they would call me. Why can't they call me? I'd drive. I'd pretend like I was having or had an accident or something, or the cops chasing me or something. If you get a scammer call, tell them to call Cheryl. Zelda and boring. Oh, yeah. Her husband, Kermit, her husband was so upset because, like I say, $900 to them is what they make in a month. I mean, I'm not kidding you. They are desperately poor, and it's just sad to see them falling for. And then I see stories of all these people that are getting scammed. One woman, she sold her house. She wrote on her Facebook that she was widowed, and she was 60 years old. And within a couple of hours, she got a beautiful, really handsome Army general that started talking to her, and never FaceTime, just talking to her on the phone. Oh, and this person, this one with the doggy scammer, the one that lives in the RV. Anyway, he's a Vietnam vet, so you can see that scam in my lineup of videos, Vietnam vet. And where was I going with that? Anyway, she wanted to believe that, and it's just so sad because her husband has been in and out of the hospital. He has fibromyalgia so bad. He had open heart surgery 9 months ago, and they have 3 generators. None of them works. They bought brand new John Deere tractor for their 4 acres. I mean, oh my gosh. And then bought some more tractor equipment and stuff. They've spent $45,000 on a tractor stuff. We wouldn't do that, but we've got plenty of money to do that. But we are really, we're tightwads. My husband's a curmudgeon. We're fighting over that motorhome. I want the motorhome. You can't take the money with you. So anyway, I need to get back to fibromyalgia here. Are you finding that the weather is causing you more problems right now? Painful? I know I am. The pain in my hips are really, really bad. I'll tell you what, there's a good, really good, I had to make this a drawing one of these days. Do a drawing for a thermophore. Have you ever heard of the thermophore? Let me get the box to that thermophore. It is the best thing for pain, as it gives you a moist heat. Let's see, I'm going to get the box. Oh, now remember, I need both knees replaced and my spinal fusion, so I can hardly get up off the couch. Oh, my pain is so awful. My house is a mess because I can't have my housekeeper because of the COVID. Okay. I think you can buy these at Walgreens or your local Walmart, Stuff Mart. And you know, I love thrift stores. I am a thrift stores queen. Oh, my husband done. We put a deck on the guest house, and we're putting in a sliding glass door to the bedroom, and it's really nice. Anyway, my husband's been working on that. Next is our flooring. Anyway, so this. Have you ever seen this thermophore? I think they're about $45 to $65, depending on what size you get. This one, I like the big one. Why not just go ahead and get the big one? Because you can wrap it around, and it gives you moist heat. It's not just a heating pad. This is different than a heating pad. Thermophore deep heat therapy packs are capable of reaching the most intense heat levels allowed. No generic high, medium, or low settings. Our easy comfort switch immediately responds for customized therapy and absolute control of pain management. You have to hold the clamp. I don't know where mine is. It's somewhere. But anyway, it's gives you a moist, deep heat. So I would recommend this if you can afford it. Save your money and get you that, because that will cut down on some of your pain, especially your hips during the winter months. My hips hurt especially. Have you seen Miss Jane in Australia? Her finger is gangrene, and she can't get anybody to help her. She's been going to the hospital and the ER, and they're making fun of her. They're being mean to her. It's just horrible. Oh, you have a big heating pad I put in the microwave. Oh, yeah, this one is good too. If you can't afford a heating pad and you got a microwave, just take a white sock and fill it with 4 to 6 cups of flaxseed. You can get flaxseed. I buy 50 pounds of flaxseed from the horse, from the feed store. We used to feed the flaxseed to our horses, but we don't have horses anymore. Yeah, I feel sorry for Miss Jane. I don't know what to tell her, but I offered to buy that Alamax and it's Allison for her. I know it'll work. And also hyperbaric chamber, but I don't think she believes me. I wish she would, because I'll buy the Alamax. It's $120 just for a 30-day supply, and it's Alamax is Allison, which is a high-grade form of garlic, and that heals. I have a friend who was going to have her leg amputated, and she had 4 years of struggle and surgery, and she finally took Allison, or the Alamax. And come in, Paul. Paul, come in. Come in, Paul. He's our confused neighbor. Hold on a second. Oh, darn these dogs. Anyway, poor Miss Jane. It's just terrible. Yeah, it's gangrene. It's gangrene. But the Alamax has that high concentrated of come in. Oh gosh, it drives me nuts sometimes. Well, yeah. What are you wandering around outside for? I don't want you to slip and fall. We've got 2 inches of hail.
Yeah, I'm careful whenever it comes to sleet and hail.
Everybody's careful and everybody falls. I don't care how careful. Tom was real careful and he fell and broke his hip. Yeah, our neighbor came over and took a shower here, and he has a little bit of dementia, and I told him stay here, and he wanted to go check on his dog. I says, it's not safe, Tom. But he went anyway, and he fell. He broke his hip, severe. He had surgery, and then he had a stroke. So he's in a nursing home. He's only 73 years old. Tall Tom? Yeah, I told him not to go. His wife told him not to go. He refused to listen. And he was real careful. And that's why I don't want you going on this ice. I don't care how careful you are. You'll fall. No, don't go out there. Don't go that way. Bring Misty here, and I want to show him on camera. Go through the house. Can you? Yeah, you know how to go that way. And bring Misty here and show him. I'll forget. Poor Paul. Yeah, bring your cat here. So anyway, I found that hot baths with the Epsom salt, that's got magnesium. Do you ever get these twitches and Charlie horses? Anybody get Charlie horses? Put a thumbs up. Or your heart skips around. I know I'm going through a long, oh, it doesn't matter what the spelling is, Kermit. I'm not gonna dox you for that. Did you see my offer for these little bears? I'm having a bear giveaway. Honey bear, boo boo bear. There's polar bear, and it's got a little heart, and it says love. And there's red bear. I should send this one to Jules. It's a red-headed bear. And then here's teddy bear. He's got a sweater bear. But oh, gee, Mary Jane. Anyway, tell me which one you want. There's polar bear with a sweater, teddy bear, and teddy bear with a sweater, red bear. I only have one red bear. I'm going to send that one to Jules. So I like Jules. So send me an email and I'll send it to you free of charge. Here, bring Misty here. Anyway, so when you get that bear, that you know that someone who suffers pain knows that you're hurting too, and that look at this cat. This is Misty. He weighs what, 22 pounds? He's a rag doll. Where's Bugsy? Bugsy is, I thought Bugsy was big, but Bugsy's about half the size of Mr. Misty. This is Paul's kitty.
He's fuzzy all over.
Yeah. Paul, come back and tell people what you used to do before Paul had a stroke and he was in the hospital. Sit down here. And he was going into a care facility, and somebody had taken all his money. So he didn't have any money to go to a decent care facility, and he was going to have to get rid of his cat and go into a nursing home because he needs to have somebody monitor his medication and his everyday living. Here, Bugsy. Come here, buggers. Here, buggers. Come on, Bugs. Here, hold this. Hold this, Misty. But anyway, here, Bugs. And here, Bugs. Bugsy. Oh, darn it. These dogs bark all the time. Mary! No! Oh. Anyway, Paul didn't have any place to go, and we didn't know him. Somebody called and they said, hey, Larry and Cheryl have a guest house. It's 1,100 square feet. I think I've showed it. It's a really cute guest house. And Larry's adding a really nice deck and cabana and hot tub. No, he's not going to put a hot tub there. We'll put a fire pit and
This cat is just wired too tight.
Yeah.
I can just see that. He
So-
just loves it, all the loving.
so Paul was going to go in a care facility, and he's a good Christian man. And we didn't want to have anybody in the guest house because, I mean, so
Baby.
Paul asked if he could stay a few days, and then he told me he had to give up his cat, and I hadn't seen his cat because the breeder took the cat back. And Paul was looking at. I had the guest house. I was going to use it as an Airbnb. I did that one time and one time only, my first and my last. They made marijuana butter. They partied. They invited a whole bunch of people, and oh my gosh, it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had 3 black men on our end of our master bedroom deck, and they were smoking marijuana. And you know, I'm not prejudiced at all, and but she was an attorney from San Francisco, and she'd used somebody else's ID, and they stayed for 6 days, 7 days, and they only paid me for a few days. Anyway, I didn't say no smoking. I didn't think, because I don't smoke. Well, they smoke marijuana, and they made marijuana butter, and that oil got all over the back of the cabinet and everything. It smelled for several months, and even now, it's been what, 4 years, I still get a whiff of it, but I think it's because of the marijuana farm. Kermit says hi, Paul. Paul, tell him what you used to do.
I've done a lot.
Yeah, what did you taught? You taught high school?
I taught everything in high school and you name it. Everything from kindergarten to graduate school, depending on what state, which was pretty much finished up in California, San Jose, several other cities there.
Yeah.
And still got a kitty.
Yeah. Anyway, Paul told us about his cat, and he told me that, you know, his wife is gone. She's been gone for a while, so he's alone. But he had some friends who knew us from 40 miles away, and we didn't want to have anybody there, no way. And but then the house is 1,100 square feet. It's nice. Why just leave it empty? But anyway, Paul started crying, saying he's going into a nasty nursing home. He'd have to share a room with somebody. But worst of all, his cat. He wouldn't have his cat. So I said, okay, we'll let you move in there just try it for 2 or 3 weeks. That's all, or a month. That was what, 5 years ago?
I can't count that high.
Anyway, you know, it's turned out to be a blessing. Marijuana butter. You know what? I'm not against marijuana. I really am not, but I'm allergic to it. And I heard that it's a good pain, good for pain, especially fibromyalgia. And I don't have, you know, I used to think as a Christian, you know, does God want me to do drugs? Well, if you take opioids, what's the difference between opioids and marijuana? Well, overdose. Nobody's ever died from a marijuana overdose. So I would like to experiment with it, but I'm afraid of it because I'm allergic because of my mast cell disease. Oh, Misty. And mast cell disease, mast cell activation syndrome. It's where you're allergic to everything. And I've had anaphylactic shock to some of my medication, and that is scary when you have anaphylactic shock. I had an iron infusion, and they gave me a half a cc test dose. They were going to give 4 cc's of the test dose. So I said, no, just give a half a cc. And that sent me into anaphylactic shock, and I had trouble, and that was awful. So I'm scared of stuff like that. I'm scared of any medication. I can't get the COVID vaccine because of my allergies with the mast cell disease. So anyway, um, so I'm discouraged because of the. Thank you. Can you bring Bugsy here? Now I look ugly. Oh, I ran out of this. I ran out of my hair color. It comes out when you wash it, so I don't have any left. Anyway, now my hair is. Huh? What's coming? Oh yeah, I know. I ordered some. It'll be here tomorrow because I ordered on Amazon. So anyway, it's it it's a root concealer. I can't dye my hair because it damages my hair. I look like a skunk. Here, Felix. Felix, come here, Felix.
See that kitty?
Come here, Felix.
That's a
Felix.
friendly kitty.
Larry, bring me Felix. Felix. Felix, come here, Felix. Felix. Come on, Felix.
She's selling drugs
Put
to
this-
my cat, Larry.
Felix is my baby. Anyway, I like getting these little hats. I got chicken hat for Felix too.
Such a precious baby.
Yeah, look at that appetite. Here's mama baby. My baby. My baby. Where's Bugsy? Can you find Bugsy? Buggers. So here's Felix. Felix, the cat. The wonderful, wonderful cat.
Well, we're bringing,
No, I can't get COVID vaccine because of the mast cell activation. They said it could trigger anaphylactic shock. They tell you to not eat anything and to take some Benadryl, take your EpiPen, and be ready to have anaphylactic shock. I'm scared. Otherwise, my husband and Paul have had the COVID vaccine. They had the Pfizer one. They had the two, where you get it in stages. So that's scary. So I don't know what to do with the.
Sure.
Oh, here's buggers. Okay, here's buggers. Now, compare. Okay. They're from the same breeder. Oh, buggers. But anyway,
Oh, you guys are
this is
going
Bugsy. Oh, Bugsy has a girlfriend, and her name is Peaches, and she's in Texas. And he heard that they didn't have electricity, and it was 37 degrees there at Jules' house. And
What's your matter?
anyway, he wants to go to Texas and warm Peaches up, but I told him he's too young to travel. So, but you can't see it, but the camera isn't showing it. But Bugsy is about half the size of Misty. So, anybody else having a bad week? The pain. I see we have three whole people here. That's all right because people watch the replay. And I wanted to do this every Friday, but because my pain has been horrible the last few weeks, I haven't been able to. Yeah, I haven't been able to do any lives. Fibromyalgia support group, but I think it's important that we support each other. So this is my bunny. Counties in Oregon want to join Idaho. Larry, are we going to join Idaho? Probably Eastern Oregon.
Yeah.
Which part?
That's what they want to do.
Yeah, they want to do, but they won't. Huh? They made. I don't know if you saw one of my videos that I made about. Oh, my stuff comes from a cat infested home. So.
Little
About what they've done with the drugs. They've made all drugs legal now. So you can have 40 Oxycontin. You can have, if you don't, if you know where they are. Hi, Zab. Zeke, where's Zeke? Oh, hey, was Zeke having a problem going potty? You needed to get him a potty patch, a little piece of grass where he can go potty, or a piddle pad in the house. Because when we have the ice storm, it's too dangerous for them to go outside because of the ice. We had one icicle that was 36 inches long. I measured it. I got a video of it, and it was 36 inches long. And then it's behind it. They clung to our Christmas lights. So,
he's getting scared.
oh, he's not scared. He's just getting mad because you're being. Did you see my senior citizen texting? Senior citizen texting code. Zab, did you see that? Hey, you know what, Zab? I'd like to have. Could I have that clip of the portal potty so I could post it on mine?
No,
Just that one few minutes. Anyway, TTYL, talk to you louder. FWIW, forgot where I was. BYOT, bring your own teeth. Or in this case, bring your own toilet paper. ATD, at the doctor's. BFF, best friend fell. OMSG, oh my, sorry, gas. TOT, texting on the toilet. BTW, bring the wheelchair. I thought that was funny. Anyway, Zav, I know you have pain too. Do you have fibromyalgia? Do you have chronic pain? I know you've had some health struggles. Zav, I don't know. Have you seen Zav Girls? I'm sure you've all been to Zav Girls channel. I listen to her during the night. But I don't text, I don't say hi or check in, because then everybody says hi and asks me how I'm doing. And I don't want to, sometimes I don't feel like talking. The UN, United States. Yeah, Americaca. You like my necklace? This is to call an ambulance if I BFF, best friend fell. Anyway, we have to stick together and support one another, because nobody's going to believe about your pain. They don't understand. They don't believe. My husband believes, but I know I've had a few siblings that don't believe, and they've been quite mean about it. So that's really hard. I'll post that thing about the pain that you can't see it. Porta potty. Did you see the Kermit Frog? Did you see Zav's Zav Girl's portal potty? Her and I videotaped the on the Bridge of the Gods. There was a portal potty there at the end, and I videotaped that, and so she made a funny video out of that. Anyway, Yeah, I've been going on blabbing on for over an hour here. Anybody else want to weigh in about your week? Texas wants to succeed. Yep, succeed. Oh, your internet keeps shutting off. How come? It's your VPN. We have high-speed internet, but you know, when I load this is going to be all blurry. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, just know that those of us here who weigh in and who post here usually have fibromyalgia, and we know what it's like. The chronic pain just wears you down. It's destroyed me. It's destroyed my life. I used to be a successful real estate agent. I was making money hand over fist. And I think the first year was 100,000, and this is back in 1989. I've done everything. I was a cop. I did daycare. I was a phlebotomist. What else? What else was I, Larry? I worked in a nursing home for 2 weeks, and then when somebody died, it really bugged me. I couldn't believe it. So I had to quit. That just really scared me. But I enjoyed working at the hospital. My calling, my heart is in medicine. It really is. And I love geology. I wanted to be a park ranger at Yosemite. So I took geology, and I was in college in 95, and I had to drop out because of the head-on collision. But I made, let's see, mostly A's and one B plus. But I had a hard time in high school and grade school because I was being abused and I couldn't function. So that was horrible. Both my sisters are highly educated. One's a University of Oregon professor. She does large animal. She went to UC Davis vet school when she was 16. She graduated 5 years later. Then she went to Cal Poly, Loma Linda. I think she's got 2 PhDs. And my other sister is a psychologist. So anyway, and me, I was a high school dropout because of my being. We moved every year. Like I said, I went to 22 different schools, and that's hard to go to school, a new class every time. So, Kermit, did you take the methyl B12? And did that make any difference? And vitamin D, oh my gosh. I finally got, I went to see a rheumatologist who diagnosed me with EDS, not erectile dysfunction, but Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and mast cell activation. And what that does is you're allergic to everything and you're in pain all the time. So they said that's what caused me so much fatigue and night pain is the Ehlers-Danlos. It's a rare genetic disease, and I've had it since I was little. And yeah, I saw that. And then there was a thing on was it I forget which channel, ID channel. This guy killed. They're in New Jersey and New York area. He killed like 50 people, just random. So, Larry, you have to keep it down because of I could get a strike. He loves Tucker Carlson. Larry? Larry, I spent $100,000. Larry, I wrote a check. It's not listening. Go that way, Paul. I don't want you walking on the ice. So anyway, Kumo's book just came out, and I got Mike King's book, Deceived. Ooh, that is good. He's a good writer. He's that retired police commander from Utah, and he went after the cult and the cult that were abusing the kids there in
breaking people out of their prisons of solitude.
anyway, just so much pain. Yeah, abuse affects your whole life. I know.
On the other hand, Fauci is still capable of acting
I know.
very quickly as long as the right interests are involved, as long as he's
So
or his allies are. Well,
it's the gift that keeps on giving. And then your self-esteem is low. You just feel like nobody loves you.
Right away, U.S. tax dollars. The World Health Organization.
Oh, your thyroid. Do you have Hashimoto's? I have Hashimoto's, hypothyroid. I can't lose an ounce.
Your grandmother's been great, according to Tony Fauci. But bureaucrats at WHO's headquarters.
Oh, this thing with the vaccines. Larry got his vaccine, and with Paul, because Larry's part of the police department. So he got it as a first responder because he's doing some secret mission for the police department. Are you able to tell people what you were doing with the? No, okay, I can't share. But anyway, so he got his COVID, what, 2 months ago, shot? Serial killers, yeah. Or cereal, like oatmeal, CEA, cereal. Zav, her friend Randy, they were on at night, and I told her my husband beats me up and that my husband's a serial killer. And they got all scared for me. And I said, no, he beats me. I said, my husband beats me up every morning. And they were worried about that. And I said, yeah, he beats me up every morning because he gets up first. Have you ever heard that one about my husband beats me up? This couple went to counseling, and the counselor asked him, well, what do you think is wrong? He says, do you have a grudge? And the wife goes, no, we just have a carport. And he says, okay, let me put it this way. Does your husband beat you up? Yeah, every morning. He's the first one up. Well, what do you think the problem is between you two? He says, we just can't communicate. What else? There's something else with that one. I forget. Yeah, my husband was really upset this week or last week because we lost a good person, a voice for America, and that was what was his name? The one that just died.
Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh. He was a good man. So I know a lot of people won't agree with that. Oh, I got to show you this one. This is funny. I got to learn how to do this. Put stuff onto the internet. You know, I'm so stupid. But this is Joe Biden.
Taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than. Amid the chaos in Texas, a snowstorm that left more than a dozen dead and millions without power. Here's a story about generosity.
Oh yeah, people are being.
100 years. Look, here's the lives. It's. I mean, think about it. Oh, God, during World War II,
Did you ever see Blazing Saddles?
That was totally different than
that poor guy.
The war production board.
They're taking. Just Google authentic frontier gibberish Joe. Blazing Saddles. Anyway, I feel sorry for us. Do you feel sorry for us? I wished this would go away, but it's not. They haven't found a cure. They can go to the moon, and they can send rockets and satellites up into space, but they can't find a pain medication that will fix our pain or stop our pain. And they won't give you opioids. That's what works best. But because too many people are overdosing on it. But it's not the people that get their pain meds from the doctors that are overdosing. So they're punishing us that have chronic pain. Anyway, I better not get on that subject. That makes me mad. Blazing Saddles is funny, isn't it? Have you ever seen Paint Your Wagon? Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen that movie, that is not. We're going to watch that tomorrow. We have the curmudgeons here on Saturday night. We have, there's two neighbors that are lonely, and I have them over here for popcorn and dinner. And I made some meat pies. I made pie crust, and then I put potatoes and stew meat in it, carrots and potatoes cooked, and onions, and then pot roast all cooked. And I put that in a pocket. Oh, that is so good. Everybody loves that. So I made like 15 of them. I made vegetarian ones for my husband. So no, just look up Paint Your Wagon. And that was my favorite. That is my favorite movie of all times. And it was in 1970. Or Paint Your Wagon. It came out. You can rent it on. You can rent it for free somewhere. I'll post a link. But it's about the gold rush, and oh my gosh, Lee Marvin, he was always drunk. He was staying drunk and horny. But oh, I was so in love with the. I better turn this off. Anyway, it's an excellent movie. So Clint Eastwood was so handsome then. But it's a beautiful story. Okay. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway, Paint Your Wagon. And look on YouTube movies. I'll post a link where if I find it to watch for free. And Paint Your Wagon. YouTube, look, YouTube movies. But I watched all kinds of YouTube movies. Freedom was a good movie. That's about, Freedom was about the black and the slave trade. If there's anything that will break your heart, it's the blacks that were brought over on those ships and forced to row, and their family would be dead. Some of their loved one would be dead next to them, and they were all chained together. We went to Florida Keys, and there's the Etosha, the shipwreck, the Etosha, and there's a display there that they have of the chains that they would chain the slaves up in. And that just breaks my heart. But you know what? Sometimes I feel that I'm a slave. We're a slave to this fibromyalgia. But they had it much worse. At least we have a roof over our head. Most of us have food in our tummy. And if you want to feed bear, send me an email, zelda@rconnects. I'll leave a link at the bottom. I'll put it on here. But that's for only anybody in the U.S. Zelda at rconnects.com. And that's for the free bear offer. If you want a bear, I've got more of these. I bought, what, 75 of these. I buy junk. I buy everything. Anyway, if you want a free bear, and that's to show you are not alone in this painful condition. So you have somebody that understands. So the bear, you can put it on your dresser or wherever you go, or put it in your car, and know that you're not the only one. I would like to do these on a Christmas tree, but I need about 1,000 of them. Anyway, God bless you all, and I'm sorry for us. It isn't fair, but there are people that live in a third world country that have fibromyalgia, and they have to work, or they're in an abusive relationship, and they have to go to work no matter how bad their pain is. And a lot of people don't have supportive doctors. They think that they're just drug seekers. Like me, they didn't understand why my pain was so bad. And I don't think my doctor believed that my pain was that bad. Then I finally got a diagnosis of having EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's a rare genetic, very painful. So the bear is a symbol to symbolize that you're not alone and that somebody cares. Over edge of boring. Look at my video that I just posted of the ice hailstorm. Oh my gosh, it was epic. Anyway, love to you all. And if you're seeing this on replay, oh, it's one teddy bear per family, unless you really, really want a second one and you have a child that has needs or something. I'll be happy to send another one, and it's free. I'll pay shipping charges, everything, but I can't send to UK because that's too expensive. Anyway, love to you guys, and hugs, support, and a teddy bear. Hey, which one do you want, Kermit? You just have fatigue. Kermit, let me tell you, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in '85 just because I had a tennis elbow. I didn't have fatigue. I didn't have any pain except for the tennis elbow. And then in 1990, I woke up one morning in horrible pain, and it's never gone away. So, and you know what? I noticed my pain is worse when I eat wheat. So this could be, a lot of you could benefit from going on a gluten-free diet. Look up the gluten file. I didn't believe that until this person was just adamant that I take a look at the gluten file. And I thought, and my doctor said, no, that's not what's wrong with you. You're not allergic to gluten. That's just a fad. Well, I always had jungleria. Meow. Diarrhea. I had diarrhea all the time, and gut pain and fatigue and muscle aches. And I think my muscle aches is because I've been eating a little bit of wheat. What do you see, Felix? Oh, you're watching Max. He's drinking out of the water fountain. I have the same water fountain as Jules and Tidland Bale. Man, did you see they had their house was 37 degrees. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to make a Jewels of Shock. J-O-E, Jules. How do you spell J-E-O-U-L-E-S? Jules, like that's the electrical. Jewels of Shock. I'm going to make a parody of Jules. I've already got a red wig. I'm making the red wig. So as soon as I get that done, if I feel a little better tomorrow, I'll make that and post it. So anyway, thank you so much for coming, you guys. Yeah, it's awful. A lot of people are suffering. We were without power, what, 6 or 7 days, but we have that huge generator. Oh my gosh, it's enough to run 3 houses. So it's the size of a car engine. It's a Honeywell, like Generac, and then we have 1,000 gallons of propane. Oh, my husband's such a engineer geek. So thank you for coming, and maybe next Friday we can do another live support. God bless you all. Stay safe. Look up the gluten file. Maybe gluten is causing your fatigue. Oh, and vitamin D. Yes. My rheumatologist, the EDS, he says you've got to take prescription 50,000 IEU units of vitamin D, and that has made a huge difference in my gut issues. I couldn't believe it. There's a connection with vitamin D and fibromyalgia, gut issues, and also the B12 deficiency. So they'll get it right one of these days, but by then we'll be too old. Our minds will be gone. Anyway, Felix, he sleeps, he's always with me. He sleeps on top of me. He drives me nuts because he'll reach up and touch me. Huh? Felix, 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 what? Felix. He'll reach up and touch my face. You want a baby? You want a baby? You want a baby? Here. This is blessed by Felix. Kermit, you want a frog? I mean, Kermit the Frog. Yeah, 50,000. Oh, wow. No, that's too much B12. Just 5,000 micrograms mcg. Your body only uses 30 micrograms, but 50,000 of D, vitamin D. So if you want a bear, let me know which one you want, and he'll be on his way. And he'd been kissed by Felix. See? Kissed by Felix. Oh, I'm worried about Felix. He's old. He's 15 years old, 14. He's an old cat. And Zav, I hope you get your internet together. You're so sweet. I'd love to make a parody with your eyebrows. Her eyebrows. Have you ever seen Zav? Anyway, God bless you guys. I'm going to end this. Take care. Send me an email. Let me know which bear you want. I'll send it on its way. No charge. Bye-bye.